going on, everyone? Shondell Miles here from One Shot Defense Solutions, welcoming you to our very first Wheel Gun Wednesday. To my left, we have Mr. Scott Northern here, who's, I would refer to him as the Wheel Gun Master, the Wheel Gun extraordinaire. I know absolutely nothing about wheel guns besides how to operate them. So he brought in something special today. I'm going to let him talk about it, give you a little bit of details, and maybe he'll demonstrate how to properly hold one. Scott?
Well, this right here is the Smith Wesson Model 10. It is one of the oldest running production guns out there. This gun, they started manufacturing in 1899. There's been over 2 million of them made. They still produce this gun to this day. This particular model was made somewhere between 1947 and 1952. It's known as the 5-screw model. It's got an extra screw hole up here. It was a design change after that. They've eliminated that one, but all the structure is still pretty much the same. It shoots 6 rounds. It has fixed sights. And there's a lot of people that tend to believe that the revolver has done everything it came to do. I still believe that it's a very useful piece. A lot of things that are good about a revolver that you don't have to worry so much about. With an automatic, springs sometimes die from old age. If you load a magazine up and leave it eternally, that spring will die. This gun, you can load this gun, you can lay it on the nightstand, you can leave it lay for 10 years and pick it up and it should still function. No worries about springs in that situation. One of the beautiful things about this gun is, even for a novice, you can open the cylinder. Yes, it's loaded, or no, it isn't. You don't have to worry about the one in the chamber. You don't have to worry about going through anything complex. There's one control, and that's the cylinder release. That's some of the things I like about the wheel gun. That gun will be operating with minimal care long after we're all dead and gone. And that's some of the things I like about Smith & Wesson.
All right, so what is your personal connection to this here firearm?
I got it in a trade. I just like it. Decided to hang on to it. Like I say, it's a great backup.
All right, so for the people out there that's much like myself, demonstrate how to properly hold this thing when you're getting ready to shoot.
Proper hold.
Yep.
Just like anything
For
else.
the viewers out here, there's no one behind this camera. Our firing line is clear. We've already established such. So he will be demonstrating how to properly hold a revolver against nothing. Backstop's clear. We know what's beyond it.
Mm-hmm. Just pick the weapon up. 2-hand hold like that. Aim and squeeze.
All right, so I heard that there's an alternate way of holding the revolver where you can either put your hand underneath it. Is that true?
That's true.
Is it personal preference?
It's a lot of it's personal preference. It's what works for the shooter.
All right.
You're talking about something probably like that.
Yep.
And yeah, that's workable. That's a single action situation there, to where you just lay the hammer back and then all you have to do, most of the work's been done. It just takes that much to fire the gun.
All right, so for the folks out there that don't know the difference between single action and double action, or double action only, go ahead and explain that to us.
Double action only is a feature that you find a lot of times on the guns that are advertised as hammerless.
Mm-hmm.
Hammerless doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't have a hammer. Hammerless means that the hammer is shrouded by design. The Smith & Wesson Bodyguard revolvers is a prime example of that. And a lot of those are meant to be fired in the double action only position. Double action meaning you can't get to that hammer to cock it. You just pull it straight through, which, as you can see from the travel of that, everything happens with the pull of the trigger instead of like single action.
For you other people that's out there wondering what's the difference between a single action and a double action is where the trigger is performing 2 tasks. cocking the hammer and releasing the hammer. When he speaks of putting the gun in single action, he's done the one part of cocking the hammer. So the trigger only has to do one part. All right, so if you have any questions, go into the comments, send us a message. I love to learn about new guns. I like to think that I'm a gun extraordinaire, but I'm not. I know a lot about semi-autos, a lot about rifles, hardly any about wheel guns. So this is the first in of many. How many wheel guns you got?
I got a couple. I've got access to more than that.
Well, we'll be doing Wheel Gun Wednesdays as far as I can see. So stay tuned for the next video. Thanks.